Bruh, he really decided to come back, huh? Well, as the number one commentator debater, I'm going to be the one to debunk these horrid-ass takes that he got. Alright, let's do this.
Already haven't looked into the original Japanese statements about this location that the tournament...
Yeah, when you see this, all you're going to know is that there's going to be a heavy amount of ChatGPT and horrible strawman translations. So everybody get prepared for the worst argument that you've ever seen in your life.
crafts it and begins the exterior dark energy swirling areas around the central stage, which he then says will take 45 minutes to create. So immediately, we can decipher that this statement was flowery embellishment intended to make Zeno feel like this was going to be something awesome.
Yeah, this is exactly what I said. Not only did he strawman the hell out of Grand Priest's statement, he also took it out of context to the point where it makes no sense at all. He would actually have to prove that that statement alone was just so Zeno can actually feel excited about the battle. All we know is that the Grand Priest created a tournament of power stage inside the World of Void. None of this that you've shown proves that actual statement whatsoever, though.
Time or space in it, but it holds physical objects, energy, and takes 45 minutes to create. The Grand Priest is talking like this to hype up the next tournament for Zeno.
Yeah, this would just be a non sequitur. Just because there are physical objects in an empty space as timeless void doesn't mean that the void suddenly has space and time. For example, if a realm of stands have no space or time and I place a block of dirt in a realm that has no space or time, that doesn't mean that the realm suddenly has space or time. That would just be a non sequitur. Also, not only was it never mentioned that he was doing it to hype up Zeno, otherwise they would have shown it. Grand Priest has no reason to lie about the description about the World of Void. Not only is the canon description of the World of Void literally a realm of nothingness with no time or no space stated by Grand Priest himself, that scan that you showed didn't contradict anything at all, but I'm going to debunk that in that later video that you made. Also, Grand Priest explaining in earthly time how long it's going to take him to create the tournament power stage doesn't mean that there's time inside the World of Void. This is the same argument that people keep trying to use for the other world, yet they don't know that a perception of time is different from a progression of time. If I say it's going to take 45 minutes in mortal time, that doesn't mean that a progression of time will suddenly happen inside that timeless realm. So yeah, you're going to have to try harder. Not only did you make multiple videos that contradicted your own statements, you're just taking statements out of context, which horribly hurts your argument whatsoever. But anyways, go on.
You can see something that once more, nobody else but me has noticed. These words are capitalized as a name of a location and not descriptive kanji. Similar to how you can capitalize Big Bang Attack, but you don't say it's an actual Big Bang. A world devoid of time and space, filled with only eternity and nothingness. The gathering of nothingness is literally nothing at all, so feel free to battle to your heart's content. When the Grand Priest says the gathering of nothingness is nothing at all of the scalers are reading this backwards. What he's saying is it's so easy for him that it's nothing. He casually created this realm and this world of void like it's nothing. Oh goodness, I'm so good at this. It's like nothing to me. That's what it meant, and it's really sad that not a single Dragon Ball scaler.
And again, your own scan contradicted yourself. I'm glad he's not using that, oh yeah, it's a reference to distance or some shit like that. But okay, let's just debunk this and get this out of the way so we can go to the next video. Now here is the kanji that he specifically had, and this is what it translates to. It is a world without time or space, filled only with eternity and nothingness. The World of Void is literally nothing at all, so you may fight there to your heart's content without concern. What Deep L Translator has a problem with is translating Moon no Kai, which specifically means the World of Void. Not only does Deep L Translator have this problem, Google Translate and other translators have this problem as well. However, when I put it into Yandex Translator, it correctly translated it into the World of Void. So no, it's not the gathering of nothingness or whatever you translated it to. It's directly stated to be the World of Void. By the way, you took Grand Priest's statements out of context again. He is not referring to how easy it takes for him to make the realm. He is specifically stating that the World of Void literally has nothing in it, so they can fight without having to destroy anything. The only reason the arena is there is so the fighters can actually fight on something, since flying is restricted in the Tournament of Power. You see, this is a common trope about the comic curator. He takes statements out of context, strawmans arguments, and uses horrible translations in order to do his job, or his own statements contradict himself, like he just did multiple different times. Anyways, let's get to his next video.
I will send you there myself! Please fucking read! Read! Jesus Christ! You're rage baiting! You're not even reading! You're not even reading! Oh.
Yeah, we do not claim him. The fact he's raging against a low tier debater like the comic curator, that just means he's fighting against somebody who just didn't know how to explain their shit. And we do not claim him, bro.
And he's like, it's completely dimensionless, and there's absolutely nothing. And he decided to come to my Discord upon our request, and we had a little chat, and he wanted to go over the rules of the discussion. And the first thing he said, he was asking, do I speak English? I said, yeah, of course I do. But what about you? Have you watched the Dragon Ball Z Super anime? Have you read it? Are you experienced with it? And he said, yeah, I watched it. And I immediately say, of course, we're going to test that soon and see. And of course, it turns out to be completely bogus and BS. So I told him if he denies the source material and direct statements, he loses. And he agreed to all of these terms.
This is a bit off topic, but can we acknowledge that I've offered him to debate me multiple times and he has never accepted my request? Yeah, we can see who Common Curator decides to debate. He just decides to debate low tiers that are arguably worse than him. But yeah, let's get on to the debunk.
Because it's just a title. It's just the name of a location, not representative of what actually defines the realm around.
Yeah, like I said before, debunking your previous video, Grand Priest literally explained that the World of Void has nothing in it, and time and space do not exist in it. Because time and space do not exist in it, that would just mean that dimensionality doesn't exist in there either. Let's see what he says to this.
I eventually come back with the actual source material, which a statement was put out by the official Shueisha and Toei Animations about the World of Void and about the nameless planet as well, and they tell you that the location behind the World of the Void contains planets and stars.
This scan is just simply describing what each of these worlds are and what are their descriptions. That doesn't say that there are stars and planets floating behind the World of Void. The nameless planet, they're talking about how the nameless planet was actually a Dragon Ball, and the other world, they're talking about the world that holds Zeno and the Grand Priest in it. But none of this actually says that there are stars and planets that are floating behind the World of Void whatsoever. So yeah, you just lied again. At this point, it's a common trope for Common Curator to do that. He's been doing that for like 5 videos straight, man.
How do I know? It's nothing because it's literally named nothing. What the fuck do you mean?
Alright, this is just bullying, bro. Let me just help this man out a bit, right? So basically, the World of Void specifically does mean nothing, right? But it's also consistent with Grand Priest's description of being described as nothing. That fact that it has nothing in it, that's just consistent with Grand Priest's description. So no, it's not that it's just literally named nothing. It's just that it's consistent with the description given for it of having nothing in it.
So this guy shrieks at me because he thinks the name of it actually defines the parameters of the realm of the void. Because it's labeled the void, that means it's total nothing. It's just ignore all the lights and the swirling energy and the planets and the official
And as shown in this scene right here, there is literally no planets or stars, which just contradicts your statement whatsoever. And having matter inside a void of nothingness, it doesn't contradict the fact that it has nothing in it whatsoever. Grand Priest clearly stated that there was nothing in it, so that doesn't really contradict anything from it. You can have matter in a realm filled with nothingness. That's just adding water to an empty bowl. If it's clearly stated that there is no energy or there's nothing inside it, and that's the exact definition that they were going to abide by.
Of the original term for void doesn't mean total nothingness. There are other meanings for it. And
or you simply prove that there can be different definitions in different contexts to the kanji mu. That doesn't mean that in this context, they're not referring to nothingness. In this context, they're clearly referring to how there is nothing inside of this world of void. And if the description actually fits with the name, then obviously we're just going to be talking about the realm of nothingness. Yes, there are different descriptions for the kanji mu, but that doesn't mean they were using a different description. You would actually have to prove that in what context were they using. He tried to do this with a kanji that said that there was infinite galaxies, and he horribly got that wrong. So I don't really expect anything less from him. This is what he's been doing for like the past month, so it doesn't really matter. And I've debunked him multiple times. He's just been changing his accounts left and right, man.
And he completely denied that. And he tells me that because I'm not Japanese, therefore I'm not allowed to give him any resources on the Japanese language.
You don't know Japanese, stop pretending. Google Translate just proved you wrong. I put the fucking thing in Google Translate from Japanese and you're wrong. So stop pretending you know Japanese and stop self-claiming victory, because self-claiming victory just shows how you failed to complete an argument and you want to jump to self-victory.
Okay, so it's not the fact that you don't know Japanese, it's the fact that you are taking the Japanese context wrong when the statements provided specifically match the description of nothingness. I agree that there are different definitions to the same word in Japanese, but you're basically trying to state that the context is wrong when the statements provided already prove you wrong. So it's not about just the definition, it's the statements and the description provided which consistently go with what is stated.
When the clouds are blown away from the tournament area, those clouds are total nothingness. The energy swirling around and the lights are total nothingness. They don't qualify as anything. They're dimensionless, but they were blown away by ki blasts. There are things to blow away. There are things.
This is the last time that I'll actually have to explain this, because if you just want to debate this, then we can just go on my Discord server. You're strawmanning the hell out of Grand Priest's statements. The realm is entirely nothingness, but there can be matter implemented inside the realm. For example, determine a power arena energies, a swirl of lights, and all that. There can be matter in a dimensionless realm. That doesn't mean that the realm can't be dimensionless. For fuck's sake, the fighter's abilities to fly are restricted. There can be different laws of logic inside that world of void. So for 2 videos straight, you have not proven anything. You just actually debunked yourself plenty of times. It's just like you did for the past 2 videos when you tried to debunk the world of void. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You are falling off heavily, bro.
You're not that ass. You're not that ass. Go fucking create that. Go create that. Oh my god, bro. And read the panel. Go. Oh my god. Go. The tournament would take place in a special arena called the World of Void. I will send you there myself. Please fucking read. Read.
Yeah, nah, bro. We do not claim him. Not only did he make the Dragon Ball community look worse, he does not know what he's talking about. Meanwhile, I just debunked both of your videos, man. What the actual hell? This video is going to be up on his channel until I make me a proper scaling channel for me to actually do my scaling on. Even though it's not really going to be mostly scaling, it's mostly going to be ranting and other shit like that. But I will be debunking the comic curator from now on because, like, debunking him is fun as hell, bro. I'll see you guys later. Hope you just enjoy the next video. And make sure to subscribe to both of my gaming channels as well. All right. Peace.